Hey everyone, I am here with Lee Sokolis. Hey Lee.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm super, thank you.
I'm excited to do this video. So, just for some background, Lee is with Remax in Ohio, and we're going to talk about leverage. Now, leverage is like it's like always a problem, right? Like, we all know we need it, but we don't want to give up the control.
Exactly.
So Lee, give us a little background about you, and then tell us your thoughts about leverage and how to know like when it's time and what to do, and just tell us everything.
Absolutely. I've been in the business for 20 years. I also just recently started a team as well.
Mhm.
And I have an independent LLC that handles transaction coordination and marketing.
Nice.
I pretty much grew up in Cincinnati since I was about 10, attended UC and just let life take charge.
Yeah.
But now I'm taking charge of life because I'm able to leverage my business in this industry. And that's the key. You're either going to build a business and let the business become that leverage, or you're going to work a job forever.
Right. Well, I think let's like pause there because I mean, we definitely want to get into like the business and like what you guys are offering because I think that's kind of the first step is like offloading some of the admin and transaction coordination and things like that. So like you obviously saw a need and then decided, but like the mindset of knowing that, like what do you notice about the agents that you work with that finally pull the trigger and hire your company, to leverage out some of these tasks? What has shifted in their mind, or what do you notice about them?
That they really are more focused on the dollar producing activities
Yeah.
and not the stuff that has to go with it.
Yes.
And and that stuff is what you'll spend a lot of time doing.
Yeah.
So you really want to be more on the in the car, out in the field, meeting people, getting deals together, and
Mhm.
then letting the stuff be handled by the systems you have in place.
Exactly. So when did you start the company? What's it called?
Real Support Solutions, that's an
Okay.
acronym for Real Estate Agents Local Support.
Nice. I love
Um,
it.
and I actually started that in 2009. And I was really kind of just word of mouth. I was helping out agents at the office I was out of myself. And then things changed with the brokerage, and agents started going other places, and they didn't want to not lose me.
Right. Of
So
course.
I said, I can do this. I can help you wherever you're at. Made sure that was all good, with the division. And it's just taken off since then. And it really has been word of mouth, and it's just building fast.
So tell us, you do transaction coordination, but you also do like other things.
I do. I manage, agents' social media accounts. I handle a lot of marketing so they can able to customize, their brand and their business.
Right.
And then the transaction coordination. And I do a lot of training too. I have been contracted by different brokerages to come in and train agents on the aspects of what I do now that I have my license to what I do when I have this sticky situation. So
Right. That's awesome. So I think, I mean, what I've noticed when I've been coaching and training agents is like the best first hire is like a transaction coordination because it's so, in my point of view, is so easy to get trapped in doing those tasks. But like, I mean, you guys, like you said, it's a dollar per hour activity. Like, how much are you losing by doing that task? You know?
exactly, a lot.
So what do you say to agents who are like, well, I have a very particular way of how I like it to be done and nobody else can do it, and what do you say to them?
I say, well, let's try it my way and see if that doesn't work out for you. And I mean, I do certainly take into account everyone does things their way and they feel that that's the best way to do it.
Right.
Um, but I wouldn't be where I'm at and able to take people's businesses where they take them
Mhm.
if it wasn't my way.
What's your favorite story of something like that an agent told you that as a result of hiring you guys, like they were able to do what?
Spend time with their kids.
Right. Well, hey, look, that's important.
So actually, I had an agent share with me. She was didn't really like a lot of the confrontation with other agents, especially when the deal gets kind of sticky.
Uh-huh.
So I said, well, let me reach out. I've got to follow up on a couple of things anyway. And, I had a conversation with the agent. Anyways, the agent that had hired me came back and she said, you know why I'm going to keep using you? Because you're a bulldog. She said, I don't know what you said or did, but things just got turned around. And so she's like, you got everything you need, right? And I said, I've got everything we need. So
That's awesome. Yeah, I like it. So like if you don't like a certain part of the transaction, like and you're licensed. So are you guys helping with the inspection addendums and things along that line?
I'm going to ask to. I do say up front that I won't negotiate anything unless you ask me to, but that's the benefit of having me is that I am licensed and I am legally allowed to speak to those situations and even negotiate that. I can speak with the client, the buyer or seller directly without crossing any lines.
So you work with other companies, obviously, and you work like in other states. Is there any like how? I guess some people, I mean, I'm not, but like some people would be like, well, are they gonna like then say, hey, I'm a real estate agent too, or like anything like that?
No, I actually tell every person that hires me up front, please refer to me as your assistant. And so they like that. This is Leanne, my assistant. We don't even say anything necessarily about being licensed until I have to say, so-and-so asked me to give you a call. I am a licensed agent and I can help you with this.
Yeah, I think that's important. I mean, it's important that as the assistant or as the transaction coordinator, you're always like referencing back the agent, like,
absolutely.
Yeah, because then it feels like that's how the client or the other agent then feels like they're talking to you, not you, but like me, we'll say, right? They feel like they're talking to me because it's like we had a conversation about it. Now you're calling them and saying, hey, Jen and I were talking and this is blah, blah, blah. She asked me to call you, blah, 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 right? So you actually, as the agent, stay in control when you are leveraging out.
Oh, yes.
It's crazy. I don't know how to like make people understand or see that you can actually make more money by paying somebody to like do these tasks.
Absolutely. I mean, you make more money because then you're able to do more of the things that make money. And by delegating these tasks out, the stuff that has to go along with that is only the key to success, really.
Well, talk to me about, because I know when I was first delegating, and even now, it's kind of difficult. It's like, I know I need somebody to do this, but like, I don't exactly know how to do it. Like, let's say social media, for example. Okay, like, I know I need somebody to do the social media, but I don't know exactly like what I need. So like, can you just do it? Like, what do you say to somebody who's like that?
I say yes. To what extent are you really social on your media? Because I don't want to put you out there and you're not really out there.
Right.
I have an agent right now who has no Facebook whatsoever. And she say, how do I get this out here? And I said, well, there's ways to get things out there. So let me do that. So you're never really going to see her out there, but all her business is out there. Okay. So it's saying, how much out there do you want to be? Do you want it just to be your listings, your sales, or do you want to engage people all the time? So it really is to their comfort level. And I say, because I don't want to create something that eventually they want to take back over and they not be able to do it.
Right. Exactly. That makes sense. What other type of like administrative tasks can agents use you guys for to leverage, or what have you seen other agents do?
A lot of it is the customized marketing. I mean, they say, my broker does offer this platform, but I really like, this type of, graphic design, or I like this type of, printed material. And so, we all are independent contractors running our own businesses. And so I take a lot of pride in making you look your best. So you tell me. And I also, help to encourage them. I mean, the first thing I ask them is, well, what's your tagline? Or what's your mission, or what's your vision? And so we can get that out there to your clients. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's important, like as we're building our business as agents, really look and track, okay, like you said, what are the things that are dollar producing? Guaranteed, this is going to be a very short list and it's going to be like all lead generation. But like negotiating certain things, like negotiating inspection addendums or like getting paperwork or whatever is not generating leads.
Right. Exactly.
And so like even though sometimes certain things only take like 2 seconds, when you add up 20 things that take 2 seconds, it takes too long and you have to switch gears, which takes another 20 minutes. You know?
Absolutely. Or and then you tend to lose things, things fall between the cracks,
Right.
and that can backfire hugely on you.
Right.
To know that you got a system in place and that system is using our services, it's going to just keep you streamlined and then that dollar producing mind.
Exactly. I mean, we know this, Leanne. It's good. I would challenge people. So if they go to jennifermertland.com/vault, I actually have a time study in there. So if people did a time study for 3 days, so what it is every 15 minutes, you're keeping track of what you do. It's when I first did it, and I've had to do it a couple of times because I'm a little hard-headed, but when I first did it, I was like, oh my God, like I thought I was productive, and doing the things that was leading to the money. And it just like clicked with me. I was like, this is stupid. I'm not doing any of this anymore. Like I'm only focusing on the things that actually like lead to business. It sounds so simple.
Well, there are agents that will work themselves to death. I mean, like 12-hour days, 7 days a week,
No.
and then wonder why they're not really making any money or seem to always be, tripping over themselves to catch up with themselves. And so if they would really focus on a set amount of hours and what they're going to do in that set amount of hours and everything else be delegated.
Yeah. Like do it in order of priority. And so like the priority is generating new business. If you don't generate new business, you don't have a business.
Exactly.
I mean, that's it, right? So like the most important thing to do every day is generate new business. Like that's it.
I tell agents every day that I'm mentoring or training, I'm like, so what are you doing for your business today? And at the end of the day, what did you do to take your business to tomorrow?
Right. Exactly. I love it. I mean, I hope people like understand if they are truly wanting to grow, they need to leverage out these non-dollar producing activities. And your company is a great way to leverage that out because you can, you are realtors, like, what the business is, which makes it a lot easier to explain what needs to be done. So I think that's helpful. What is the best way to get a hold of you or find out more about the services and the cost and things like that?
I mean, you can go to our website, which is Real Support Solutions, all one word together.com.
Okay. Easy. All right. That's easy. Well, I really appreciate you being on. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Have a good one.
You too.